Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. Gosh, it feels like forever since we've done one of these things, but here we are. Matt, my wild watermelon wonder, how are you today?
What did you just call me?
My wild watermelon wonder.
Do me a favor, don't ever call me that again. That was just bizarre. I'm doing good other than that. Life's a beach. I'm just playing in the sand, pretty much.
You really blacked out when Jenna tagged you in the post of your name as a fragrance from Bath & Body Works.
Yeah, I haven't been the same since. Haven't been the same.
So the post consists of the month you were born, and it gives you all of these dates, the months, and then what it's associated by, the day you were born, and then the first letter of your first name. So Matt's is Wild Watermelon Wonder. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think 3 different people have sent me that.
That's
like,
upsetting.
Legit, 3 different people have sent me that.
Oh man, everybody knows just because of this podcast that Matt hates Bath & Body Works.
Yeah, I'm just known as the guy that hates Bath & Body Works now, apparently.
I mean, you can't really deny because of how much you expressed of how much you hated Bath & Body Works, but that's just what happens when you're in showbiz, baby. Everything gets exposed and everybody finds out everything personal about you, and it's just weird.
I embrace it. You know, I'm happy to take on the role of the villain to Bath & Body Works. I'm more than happy to. Someone has to step up, so might as well be me. Am I a hero? It's not for me to decide.
Not all heroes wear capes, man.
Exactly.
Well, speaking of villains, Matt, I guess I will be the villain and talked about my vacation that I went on this past weekend. I know not to rub it in, Matt, but Matt, I know you got a, let's call it a drought, a reverse drought this upcoming couple weeks. So I will try to keep it short as far as how much I have enjoyed this vacation. But I haven't really talked to you, Matt. I really haven't since Sunday.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Must be nice to be able to go on vacations.
Well, you know, it's things build up, vacation builds up, and you know, I'm not very seasonal like you, so
also true.
you can go on a plane somewhere in December, okay?
I'm fine with that.
So Matt, I took on a trip to Chincoteague, Virginia. In most cases, people are like, "Well, Mike, where is that?" So if you ever heard of a beach that has ponies or horses, that's where the beach is in Chincoteague, Virginia. I thought the coolest thing, which I mentioned earlier about not being able to text the Matt, was that there was spotty cell service and there was really crappy internet. So I couldn't do anything, even if I wanted to. Even if we wanted to record a podcast, I could not do it. Matt, I kid you not, if we wanted to record the podcast while I was on vacation, I would have had better service to do a hotspot at the beach than I did connected to the own Wi-Fi at the house that we are at for the Airbnb. It was that bad.
That's crazy. That's when you know you're in like the middle of nowhere and you just have no service. That's awesome.
Well, it's in like a development. Like the house was in a development, and it was at this cove. I won't mention any more names, but you know, it was at this development, and again, you're kind of in the woods. Like it really reminded me of my home, not where I really live now, but where I used to live. But I think the cool thing to talk about was, you know, vacation, went to the beach. I went with Jenna and then her sister Margot and then her boyfriend Mark. We had some really interesting experiences, specifically Mark and I. For some reason, it was Mark and I that had these weird experiences. The big thing that was going around was big hot dog energy. So you may think to yourself, well, that's a little risque. Well, Matt, it really isn't. We stopped at a Wawa for like a rest stop. And we didn't eat lunch yet, so we grabbed a snack, and both Mark and I grabbed hot dogs. And
were they good?
Yes, they were so good.
I've always wanted to try a hot dog from Wawa, and I just never pulled the trigger.
It was so good. Like, I don't know if I was just absolutely starving or if that hot dog was that good, but like both Mark and I, at the end when we're done eating a hot dog, because I think Jenna and her sister Margot were kind of walking around or whatnot, stretching the legs. They come back and we were still talking about the hot dog that we ate.
You can't get better than a Wawa.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, throughout the entire vacation, like anytime we saw a hot dog, we were like, "Do you want to get a hot dog?" So we had that. Kayaking was fun. We did a little kayaking, and then of course we beached it most of the time. We went to Ocean City, Maryland, for a little bit on the boardwalk. Matt, believe it or not, I saw a fellow friend of ours on the boardwalk. It was Tony.
That's right. I did see Tony was there. Yeah.
Kid you not. We were on the boardwalk. I was having ice cream. I saw his girlfriend, Emily, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to say hi to him. So he came over. He's like, shut up. And I'm like, what's up, man? He gives me a big hug. And, it's just a little family reunion. Like, that's
awesome. That's awesome. That's great when you go on vacation and you see people you know and you don't expect to. It's like, hey, we know each other, but like, we're not in the same place.
I bet Jenna, I was like, how much do you want to bet I see somebody during vacation that I know?
Yeah, I would have put like $1,000 down for that one. I would have taken the over.
I actually, when we were driving to the beach every day, Matt, we actually saw a NASA space station. So we were passing it because it's in Wallapin. So we had to pass it every time we went to Chincoteague. So it was kind of cool to see those big satellites. And Matt, we literally missed a launch. We were so close to seeing a launch at that space station to go
like
a rocket. Yeah.
Like a rocket ship. That's
a rocket ship. Man. I was and it was the date we were coming in, and I'm like, man.
That's upsetting. Because those things are the coolest things to watch in person.
That's what they said. And then the other thing I found out too, Matt, seagulls are stupid.
Yeah,
Let's
pretty much.
put it that way. Seagulls are stupid. So, end of the vacation, we were obviously doing some trash. There was no trash collector, so we had to drive to a certain spot. So it was just Mark and I. We were driving. So this is, again, another weird experience that happened. We were driving, and we ended up getting to maybe like halfway there, and there's two seagulls that landed in front of the road. So, I slowed down, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, they're going to fly a little bit. So then the first one flies up. I'm at like 10 miles an hour, and I keep going, and all of a sudden I hear thump.
Oh no.
It was a seagull hitting the front of my car.
Oh no.
And like Mark can testify. I was not going fast. I think I was going a minimum of 10 miles an hour, and like not at the point where I made contact. Like I was pretty far away going 10 miles an hour. This seagull was just so stupid that it actually made contact with the front of my car.
Those things are just so annoying too when you're on the beach and they just come up to you and they see their food. They're the worst. They're the worst.
Whatever the heck that noise
that was pretty accurate, actually. That was very, very good.
It's a very ASMR podcast. We saw somebody's sandwich get taken away from their hand while we were there, too.
Happened to my brother once. Yep. He was like mid sandwich, like ate half of it. The other half just gets taken right out of his hand. Yeah.
And
roast
then, of
beef,
course,
too.
Oh, dude, he's like, it was a homemade like egg sandwich with a croissant. Like he's talking to us about this, and he goes, he started throwing it because it hit the sand. So you're not going to eat a sandy breakfast sandwich. And then the lifeguard whistles at him not to feed the seagulls. Turns around, he goes, I know.
That's funny.
And then he turns around and he goes, not you guys. And we were just like, it's okay, man. Like, we're sorry it happened.
I'm so shocked at the amount of people that still feed the seagulls. It's insane. And especially like you'll be on the beach. They'll put their stuff like right next to you when there's room at the beach. And then they start feeding the seagulls and the seagulls start invading your spot. It's like, just have some common sense. Like there's beach courtesy. That's the rule, like number 1 or 2.
Yeah, beach courtesy. Beer was great. That was there. I enjoyed
Love to see it.
It was some good Rocket Frog, I think it's called. No, not a sponsor, but yeah, Rocket Frog.
Oh, that looks like a cool can.
So it's a this one's a goose style sour ale with passion fruit, orange, and guava, and it's quite literally it tastes like orange juice. Which I love. So yeah, so that was my vacation, Matt. I hope sometime you get on vacation yourself.
Yeah, I got one in October that I'm looking forward to. My cousin's getting married in North Carolina, so we're going down for a week. It's like a resort, and kind of like in like the woods of North Carolina.
Okay,
it looks beautiful.
Gotcha.
I'm very, very excited.
Well, if you need a +1, you know who to take.
Always. Yeah.
Your mother.
Well, she is going. So.
She is going. Oh, yeah, she's officiating that, right?
She is. That is true.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep.
That's
my
so
mom
awesome.
is my mom got ordained as a minister online, so she could just do like weddings and stuff like that. But that's gonna be an experience.
Still on my bucket list that we got to get ordained.
Yeah, as Jedi Knights.
As Jedi Knights, yes. Specifically as Jedi Knights.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, Matt, let's hop into some news. Matt, back in July, Twitter was going off with a bunch of emojis. And, of course, the one and only Emojipedia, which, quite frankly, is the official, I guess, emoji intelligence, as it reads in their bio, on their Twitter bio. They came up with most popular, and they put the sparkle emojis, new. So the most popular new emojis based on Twitter use in July of 2021. Matt, I just wanted to review these and kind of get your thoughts on how. So I'm going to go from 10 to 1. Okay. So I'm going to do the first 5, and then we'll talk about it. So at number 10 is the magic wand. Number 9 is the black cat. Number 8 is the mending heart. Number 7 is the face in clouds. Number 6 is a disguised face. Number 5 is pinched fingers.
I've seen that one a lot. I've seen that one a lot lately. I feel like the black cat is really going to be popular Halloween time.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised they just didn't have a black cat before that. That seems odd, but it seems like a good addition. All the other ones, I don't think I've seen at all.
Yeah. I did send you a DM, Matt, on Twitter, in case you need a reference, but I'll keep reading the rest. At number 5 is the face exhaling. At number 4 is a smiling face with a tear. Pretty common. Number 2 is the face with spiral eyes. And the number 1 top emoji based on Twitter use in July 2021 is the heart on fire.
I've never seen that one.
That's the thing. I think that's the thing everybody's been kind of like wigging out about is the fact that I've never seen the emoji, the fire heart emoji. If anybody has used it, let us know. But I have not in my own time.
I'm gonna be completely honest. The only one I've seen was the pinched fingers. That's the only one I've seen on Twitter.
Because it's on the hands, like it's in the hands. And the use is the smiling face with a tear. That's pretty common. But it also is weird because it's saying it's the most popular new emojis based on Twitter. And the smiling face with a tear is not that new.
No, I think that's different from the one you're thinking of. Because this one's a smiling face. The other one's a frowny face.
I always thought... Let's see here. When did this come about?
No, because that's my 5th most used one it's a frowny face with the tear. This new one is smiling.
Why is it the 5th most?
I think I used it like twice today, so it just made it. Oh, I don't know what context it was.
I thought you were just sad.
Couldn't tell you. No, Top Boys. It's Fat Guy Summer.
Thank God we're still in summer. Yeah, it said it's new in 2020.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah, I wonder. No, I got to check this Heart on Fire when I got to check this Heart on Fire when it was released.
Yeah, all the other ones, quite literally, I think they just made up. I'm gonna actually search it. Heart
on Fire, of course.
Heart on Fire. Oh, there it is. Yep, and the mending heart.
It was approved in 2020, added to most updated devices in 2021. I don't remember this, man.
Even the face with the spiral eyes, number 2, never seen that one. The face exhaling, haven't seen that one. Disguised face, facing clouds. I don't even know how you use that one. If you're flying, yeah, good point. Magic wand, I've never seen. It just seems like a very odd list. Like they just picked random emojis, put them together, be like, hey, look what emojis we actually have.
I always thought, based on the emojis, Matt, we get into this sort of, let's just say, this habit of like using some of our most. Remember when the most used emojis was not a thing?
No, I don't, honestly.
Yeah, so back there, you did not have what do you call it? You did not have a what do you call it? Like the most used emojis. Like it wasn't actually split up into categories. It was actually just split up between like reactions, people, animals, food, drink, objects, and flags.
Oh, so you just had to like search what emoji you wanted if you didn't know where it was?
You had to swipe through and find the emoji that you wanted.
Oh my gosh, that's tough.
So it had to be like freaking, I don't even know, like scavenger hunt person.
It's like that's like
that stuff.
It's like caveman stuff right there.
Yeah, we've moved up in the world, man.
Oh, big time.
So yeah, those are the top 10 emojis based on 2021 use in July.
What's your top 3 emojis used right now?
Oh gosh, my top personal. 3 emojis. So it's my personal is not a surprise. The crying what is it called? The crying face emoji.
Laughing
crying with laughter.
Yeah.
Crying with laughter face emoji. My second one is a red heart, and then my third one is the standard like smiley, like the rosy cheek smile.
Okay.
Not like the open mouth smile, but like the.
Yep. So I have the same number 1, the same number 2, or number 3. My number 2 is the crying, just like the full crying emoji.
I was like, who you sharing love with, Matthew?
Yeah. You wish.
Matt is communicating with me via emojis, and when we talk about love is blind, we just do the heart emoji and then the no eyes emoji.
Eggplant. Wait, no.
What? Peaches?
Moving on.
Down in Georgia.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, speaking of moving on, Matt, I know this is very irrelevant to us. Well, I don't know about me, but very relevant to us now. But college kids beware. Yik Yak is back, everyone. Yik Yak. Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited. I'm never going to use it. I'm not going to download the app again. I'm just excited. I'm excited for all the college kids because Yik Yak was just like weird. I don't know how else to explain Yik Yak except it's weird. You're going to see some weird shit on there. Probably going to get talked at one point in your college career. You will probably be talked about on Yik Yak. Hopefully it's good. If you ever used Yik Yak before, you know it's not going to be good. I don't know, over under like 3 months until someone gets sued from something they said on Yik Yak.
Yeah, so you'd be surprised, Matt. So let's get into the nitty gritty here. So Matt, it's been 4 years since Yik Yak was reactivated, I guess, to put it in terms. It was known for cyberbullying and hate speech. Matt, I think we've both seen it. So the new owners purchased the rights to redevelop the location-based app and its original maker in February, calling it the same Yik Yak experience millions knew and loved. And then the quote is by the owners. They don't really ID the owners. So we're bringing Yik Yak because we believe the global community deserves a place to be authentic, a place to be equal, and a place to connect with people nearby, the owner said. It was launched in 2013. The app allows users to post messages anonymously on its platform within a 5-mile radius of their location. The messages could be upvoted or downvoted by users. During the height of its popularity, the company raised $73 million and was once valued at around $400 million in 2014.
Wow.
In April 2017, the company announced the app would be shutting down following a decline in its engagement from users. By the end of 2016, user downloads had dropped 76% in comparison to 2015. Yik Yak was subject to hate speech and cyberbullying, but with the newly launched app, Matt, Yik Yak say they are committed to taking a strong stance against threats and other abuse. They are now doing a reporting system now, so you can actually report on a yak, and it would get reported, and it's called community guardrails. To post, bullying messages, use of hate speech, make threats, share anyone's private information. They can be immediately banned from Yik Yak if they actually violate some policies based on that.
Okay, I like that. I think it's a good move. A question for you, as someone who once owned some Yik Yak apparel. Are you excited?
No, I'm not.
Did you download it?
I did. I had to. I feel like so in the world of higher ed and whatnot, it's and I just pulled it up, so I'm gonna read some.
Oh,
unfortunately, online. Oh God, I'll try to avoid some of the weirdest ones. Just some really bad ones. Where was I going for this? So like, this is a possibility where people can be very aggressive online in an anonymous way. I think we as society have proven that once you are anonymous, that it is absolutely just a shit show to happen when it comes to apps like this. And even that, like creating fake accounts, like not that I've experienced this, but I know people who make fake Facebook accounts. They'll do fake Tinder accounts. They'll do all these things just
Finsta's burner accounts.
Unless you're the coach of the 76ers and make a burner account and talking crap. I mean, did I say that context? Did I say that context right?
I think pretty much, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, Matt, let me just read some Yik Yaks.
Yeah,
right?
Why not?
Oh, God. All right. So I'm going to skip the first two. This person, they said a name, hot as hell, don't know her, look her up. The next one is, who hates country people? Well, that's a little
okay.
Violation.
Interesting.
Next one is, how old are y'all?
So he's asking random strangers who he doesn't know is responding how old they are.
Yep.
It's a hell of a question.
21, 15, 22, 40, 17, 38, and 12.
17, 38.
38. Hey. Lord's new album, Am I Right? Someone just said, yeah. I wonder if that was
I heard that was not good. Lord's new album. Yeah.
I've not heard it yet.
I didn't listen. I don't plan on it, but I heard it wasn't good.
I've not heard it yet. Someone is looking for hot men. They're trying to. Oh, this got really. I'm not gonna read the comments.
Is that ad that pops up? It's like it has hot singles in your area. It's like wow, okay,
wow. Sure. What's y'all's yak karma at is another one. Are people going to start bullying each other soon? Well, that's probably. A very
that probably already happened before you posted that.
Interesting question. Someone said, send feet pics, please, with two little like black eyeballs.
Yikes. I don't. Yeah, that's a conversation for another day.
Someone just said hello.
Okay, that's nice.
Somebody wanted to know who's doing fireworks in a town at almost 7 p.m. It's literally August. Cool it. Or, it's someone else that I can't say on here, or the post will be taken down.
Okay, that's a good thing to post on Yik Yak, because, like, you're just talking about something that a lot of people know about. You're trying to get an answer to. That's a decent question.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one that I'll read is, I'm not perverted, I'm just Italian. So.
Yep. Hell of a quote. Just wild.
Wild. Absolutely wild. Matt, let me ask you this. Do you think it is going to go back? Not saying go back, but do you think it is going to return to the height of its popularity when we were in college?
It might for like a month or two. I don't see it coming back like it used to. Maybe it well, are we even going to know? Like, how are we going to know if Yik Yak is doing that great? I guess it's going to be good if you're in college and high school, you're going to have fun. Or, like, if you have a group of friends that do it, maybe. But do I think, like, every college campus from the country is going to use it like they used to? Probably not. Maybe, like, the first month, people will be like, oh, Yik Yak's back. And then after the month, it fizzles out. Like, yeah, there's a reason it was gone. I think it depends on how many people actually report people. Because... let's be honest, we all probably posted some stupid shit on Yik Yak. So if everybody keeps constantly spam reporting, people aren't going to use it, because that's kind of not. I'm not saying like Yik Yak should be used for bad things, but if you just put like a weird comment out there, like just the funny thing, and someone reports it and you get flagged, like then what's the point of Yik Yak?
I think it also reflects upon society too, in a weird way. The fact that we're having people that are being like this, and then like people are spam reporting, like just kind of I don't want to get too political here, but it just goes to show that like, okay, people can't what was I going to say? People can't. Did you take a picture of me?
No, I'm holding my phone and I went to itch my finger.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm holding my phone.
Matt's like trying to do a
It was also
video.
bad because I was like hiding it behind the mic.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I saw you look at me and I was like, wait, that looks weird. I'm going to put my phone in my pocket now. I'm going to put it in this pocket. I'm just going to keep it on my lap.
Lost my train of thought, but
society.
Society. Yeah, society sucks. I'm just going to call it out right there.
Whoa.
Society just sucks. The fact that we can't have a community built based app and not actually like, I'll kid you not, probably sometimes, and I'm not sure if it's sometimes or all the time, Yik Yak has helped people. It has.
I don't know if I've ever been helped by Yik Yak.
No, neither have I, but I know some people being like, hey, I'm locked out of my dorm. Can someone come get me? And somebody has helped them.
Yeah, I think that's what most of the comments will be. But let's be real. Did you go on Yik Yak for that?
No.
No. Like, that's a good benefit of Yik Yak. But that's like, I don't know. I hope it does well because, like, it was fun to read in college when you were bored and you feel like studying. But I don't know. Well, it's just a wait process. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be around for much longer. Or maybe it will be, and then people just don't use it. I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
The socks were cool, though.
Yes.
Is it the same logo and same color and everything?
It's a little bit more modern, the logo.
Is it still the moose?
It's still the moose, the yak.
Sure, yeah. Makes sense.
It's not mook moose, it's Yik Yak. But in the grand scheme of things, we'll see how it plays out. I'm sure it will go away. I am a firm believer that it will not last like it is, as it is. And yeah, Yik Yak is back on the attack. Going back.
I just hope people don't get too stupid. Like, at some point, someone's going to get sued over something they say on Yik Yak. And it's going to be a whole ordeal, and Yik Yak's going to have to get involved, and it's just not going to end well.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. So, well, that concludes the first half of the show today. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's Matt with the sports. Let's say you start a podcast, or you're running your own side hustle and have a bunch of links that you want your audience to know about. As a podcast, Matt and I have all of our social media, all of our podcast links, and other important things. Make it easier for your followers to find your important links, social media, and latest content by having it all in one page with solo.to. I'll be honest, I have used similar websites like this, but nothing compares to solo.to. All of your links are clean and easy to navigate. Have an upcoming video? It's really easy to make those changes. Plus, solo.to has opportunities to upgrade to include more customization, advanced analytics, and so much more. Solo.to is giving us a special opportunity for you to get 10% off if you create an account and upgrade. Be sure to go to solo.to/funnybusiness to create your account today. Solo.to, it's the way to go. Do you think, Matt, people are tired of hearing our Anchor ad?
Yeah, probably. But let's be honest, if it wasn't for Anchor, we would not be doing a podcast.
You're right, Matt. Once again, we have to thank Anchor for helping us continue to make each episode. Y'all know how it works. Anchor is free. It's easy to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and distributes your podcast to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more.
And you all know that you can make money too, even with the first couple episodes that you start with.
So why haven't you started your own podcast yet? Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's anchor.fm.
So, Mike, when do you think we'll stop talking about Anchor?
Oh, man, Matt. You know what? To be completely honest, I think we'll be talking about this for a long time.
Okay, let's slide into sports topics we have for you all today. Mike, it is official. The Yankees are back. The Yankees are back.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to
back from the
be
dead.
a
No, go ahead.
part of
Yep.
it. New York. New York.
They're back. They're back. About 3 weeks ago, I just went on a total rampage. Am I the reason for the Yankees comeback? People are asking. I'm not going to say that, but people are asking. Yeah, they're back. They're on fire. They have the best record in baseball, I believe, since the All-Star break. At one point, Mike, they were 10.5 games back of the Red Sox in the division, and right now they are in second place. They're 2 games ahead of the Red Sox and 4.5 games behind Tampa Bay. It does seem like Brian Cashman kind of did something with these trades. It kind of seemed like it energized the team. Kind of something that we just didn't know if it was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we were excited, both you and I, when we had Anthony Rizzo and Jacob Gallo.
Joey. Close.
It's with a J.
Yep.
It's been a while since I watched baseball in the wild, but always a Yankees fan, will always be. At least I know the history. You cannot say I'm a bandwagon fan.
As Garrett Cole would say, Yankees fan today, tomorrow, forever.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, Matt, I will not say, but I did realize that possibly one of the reasons why they won was they may have had a good luck charm there at the game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, the black cat.
The black cat.
Did you? Oh, no, you're talking about me.
Well, yes, of course.
No, I thought you actually meant the black cat.
You mean the cat that was running around when
yes.
the nights and they couldn't even get it because everybody was too afraid of the cat.
Yeah.
And the cat was afraid of everybody.
Yes, and the Yankees since that game have been on fire, and the Orioles have lost 18 in a row. And they're just an abomination. 18 games in a row. I think they're averaging like a 9.45 ERA in this losing streak. It's crazy.
Abysmal.
Yes. But I was at the game this past Saturday. It was fantastic to be back at Yankee Stadium. We hit a few bars outside of the stadium. Have you been to the new Yankee Stadium?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not.
So have you been to a Yankees game?
I've been to the old Yankee Stadium when I was a kid.
So they had those bars like right on the street outside.
Okay.
They are just awesome place to go before a game. I mean,
is it like diehard Yankees bars? Like
yes.
You either move it or lose it. Like you got to be a Yankees fan or you can't even come in.
Yes, I think they're only really open on like game days, pretty much. I mean, I paid ridiculous amounts of money for a beer, but you know, it's part of the experience. It's what happens. You go to Yankee Stadium, you expect to spend some money. So it was great to be back. The fans were alive and energetic. You could feel that the fans, you know, watching the games on TV, you could hear the fans not being super into it. Now, since they're back in the playoff picture, Yankee Stadium, it just has a vibe. And I think any sports team you root for, when you go to a game, like there's a much better vibe when it means something than when it doesn't.
Yeah. No, I mean, you gotta have something to lose something. I know that's a weird quote, but like you gotta have it. You gotta be in it to win it. Like you can't just be halfway in it. You gotta be all the way in it. Gotta go full send or high speed or whatever the heck you guys call it now these days. But no, I mean, I'm happy. Let me ask you something. How is the Yankee experience? Like, I know you mentioned it briefly, but like, just how is it overall?
It's awesome. I mean, from the moment first pitch happens and they start roll call, like you can hear roll call no matter where you are in the stadium. Mm-hmm. Like we were on the third level near the right field foul pole, and you can't see all of the bleacher creatures. Can't really see any of them, but you can hear them for sure, and you can hear what they're yelling. It's just crazy. At one point, so the funniest part of the whole game, Angel Hernandez, who's known as like one of the worst umpires in baseball, was behind the plate for the game, and he was not very good. So at one point, I think it was 6-1 Yankees. Rougned Odor is up to bat. There's 2 guys on base, and the pitcher was set, taking forever to throw the pitch. So Odor goes to call time, like to the umpire, as the same time the pitcher starts to throw. So 99% of the time, you're not going to get that timeout called. Well, Odor realizes that, like, oh, I'm not going to get this timeout called. Puts his hand back on the bat, swings, hits a 3-run home run, oh wait, Angel Hernandez called timeout. The crowd, Mike, you would have thought that Angel Hernandez just murdered their mother. Everyone's mother in the stands. All 40,000 people there booed him. The guy next to me, shout out this guy. I was standing next to me and my mom. I think my dad went to get a drink, or my dad and my brother went to the bathroom. So it was me and my mom standing there. As the ball's getting hit in the air, me and the guy next to me realized that Angel Hernandez called time. The guy next to me just went off. I mean, he was just like, Angel Hernandez, are you kidding me? Like, just cursing up a storm. I'm not going to repeat everything I said because you'd have to bleep like 15,000 words. But he just went off. We bonded for like 2 minutes after that about how Angel Hernandez just sucks. And then the very next pitch was high and outside, called strike three. And Angel Hernandez, I don't know how he got it out of New York alive. I mean, the Yankees fans are very passionate. When there's a bad call, they're going to let you know it was a bad call.
It's really cool how sporting events, I think we talked about this, like how cool it is that one team can bring you together as far as the camaraderie, as opposed to anything else. Like I know this is off topic, but I saw Little League Baseball is like starting for their tournaments.
Yep. And
they always have the ceremonial first pitch, which is literally every player. And I remember somebody who replied to actually commented on the video, was like, something that baseball, like something that no other sport can do, and that's have tradition. And like baseball is just, it is one of those sports where you get to have all these cool experiences. Like there's no way somebody can do a Field of Dreams game again. Like there's no way you can have an old timers day at Yankee Stadium. There's no way you can have Memorial Park at Yankee Stadium. Monument Park, Memorial Park. Oh yeah.
Close.
Different.
Kind of
different. Yeah. I'm just trying to think, like the Roy Halladay for the Phillies, the Roy Halladay number 34 that they just unveiled. Like no other sport does that ever. And it's very rare. I'd say the closest is a very close tie between the NFL and the NBA.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, baseball is tradition. I mean, it just is. I mean, look at Miguel Cabrera this past weekend, hit career home run number 500. The stats that came out with that are just insane. I think there's two stats that are crazy. If he's like 50 hits away from 3,000 hits. If he gets there, he'll be one of 3 players all time with 500 home runs, 3,000 hits, and a 310 career batting average. That 3 players would be Miguel Cabrera, Willie Mays, and Hank Aaron. That's just insane.
Some good company.
He's in another stat. I can't think of the stat off the top of my head, but it's him and Ted Williams. That's the name. I mean, Miguel Cabrera is quite literally a living legend, and we just don't even know. But we're gonna appreciate him after he's done and retired, because he's one of the all-time greats. And it's just crazy to think like we don't appreciate that in the moment.
The milkman delivers.
Absolutely. Did I ever tell you about the time that we were at Yankee Stadium for my graduation high school party?
No.
Yes, I had my high school graduation party at Yankee Stadium. We did a bus trip, and just a bunch of my families went. It was a cool time. Got my name up on the video board, which is a good thing to have your name up on the video board for graduating high school. Unfortunately, someone this past weekend at a minor league baseball game did not get such a great message on the video board. So I've worked in minor league baseball. I help people sometimes get messages up on video boards the day of the game. They can come up, ask if they want a message. I help them put it up there. And I always get told, make sure that it's appropriate, like no language, anything like that. Now, this one might not be inappropriate, but I would have been shocked at it. So if you're wondering what it is, at an Akron Rubber Ducks game, we're going to get this minor league baseball names a little bit. An Akron Rubber Ducks name, there's a fan shout out on the video board, and this message read, Alyssa, this relationship is over. Tim. That has to be one of the worst ways to get broken up with.
I hope. I don't know, man. This scenario is just weird.
It's very weird.
So there's a couple scenarios that you could run through this. The first thing, dude was out with the boys, having a couple brews at a minor league baseball game. That comes up. That could be a possibility. Option number 2, didn't know how to put it. Decides to put it up on the video board while they were at the game together, sitting next to each other. That's option number 2. Or option number 3, it's fake. And that's all I'm going to say.
I hope it's fake. You know why else I hope it's fake? He probably had to pay for that.
Yeah.
Like, those aren't free.
Oh, yeah. Those aren't free. You and I both know that.
Yeah, those are not free. If this is real, though, like, how do you even react in the moment?
You leave. That's what I would have done. I would have left.
What if you drove together?
See ya. Even if you were the one driving, I'll call an Uber.
This is one of the most preposterous ideas ever. Also, I have this vision in my head of these two sitting down together, and he's like, "Hey, Alyssa, we gotta talk. Can you look up on that video board right there? Yeah, see what that says?" This is just cringe.
And then on top of that, the public announcer is actually reading it out loud to the entire stadium.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Depends on the message. Yeah,
I bet
that would, because he's also. Can you imagine? Happy 14th birthday, Timmy. We love you, Alyssa. This relationship is over. Because he also put "over" in all caps. Yeah. Tim. If this also was real, I hope he got booed.
I hope he did too. Which is awful because I wish there was a video. Like there was a video of
apparently there's video, but not of them.
At least it was. Yeah. Yep. Nope. I found it.
Just very unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Like there's a couple ways you don't do breakups. This is probably one of them. Like you don't have to publicly overtext is.
What's worse, overtext or this jumbotron?
Oh, I think this jumbotron because he publicly humiliated her. Mm-hmm. I think. Yeah. Right. Yeah. This is tough. So it happened at an Akron Rubber Ducks name. I work in minor league baseball. Mike, I love the names in minor league baseball. I don't know if have you ever gone down this rabbit hole?
Well, I just hit a Google of MILB teams.
Yep.
That's a lot. I never knew there were this many.
There's a ton. And this doesn't include independent league ball and all of that stuff. So let's go through some of the names. Akron Rubber Ducks. Great name. Mike, this is one of my favorites. The Albuquerque Isotopes. It's creative.
What's the significance of that?
That's a good point because a lot of minor league baseball names, they might sound weird, but they do have like significance to like the local community or area that they're from. This is a fantastic name. The Amarillo Sod Poodles.
Sod Poodles.
Yeah, very frightening. You hear the Sod Poodles. Yeah, could you Google that? Sod Poodle. I've meant to look it up what it is.
I love how it shows up automatically as a team name. It looks like a gopher. Like a mole. I don't know what to call it.
I was thinking it was gonna be a dog of some sort.
No, it's a prairie dog. It's kind of prairie dog, I think.
That's the other thing. These minor league baseball teams have great logos, great merchandise. I'll get to one that I have in a little bit. This one's very fitting. The Augusta Green Jackets. It's very fitting for the Masters. Mike, I've been to this stadium. I don't know if you have either. It's kind of close up in where you're from. The Binghamton Rumble Ponies.
Oh, no, I haven't.
So, fun fact, me and my friend Chris, we got tickets to go to a Binghamton Rumble Ponies game. Like, we actually went to this game to see Tim Tebow play, because we're like, whatever, we'll go see Tim Tebow play. He didn't play that day.
Because wasn't that the Binghamton Mets for a little bit?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Well, they were called the Rumble Ponies.
Right.
But it's the Mets organization. And yeah, we drove all the way up to Binghamton, and he didn't play. He didn't play, which is just, you can't make that stuff up. The Bowling Green Hot Rods. It's just a mouthful. What else do we have? Charleston River Dogs is an awesome team. They have some really good merchandise.
The one thing that came out to me the most was the Modesto Nuts.
The Modesto Nuts is a great one. Do you see any others you want to shout out real quick?
Not. I mean, I keep seeing like Syracuse Mets. Like, like I'm trying to take a look at these names, and the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
That's imagine? A great one. That's a fantastic logo. It's fantastic.
Let me pull it up really quick.
Yeah, you got to pull it up. That's one of my favorites in all of minor league baseball.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
It is.
I like that. That is a nice one.
They have really good merch.
I'm just surprised.
Oh, go ahead.
Even with like minor league baseball, like it's in divisions, right? So not everybody plays with it's like major league where not everybody plays with the divisions. But I'm so like not freaked out, but it's just so surprising how many teams there are, and then like how many divisions.
Well, I figure each team has a AAA team, a AA team, 2 single A teams, and then rookie teams and all that stuff. And then those independent teams that even go into it. The Montgomery Biscuits is a great logo.
I wonder if they have biscuits at the stadium.
They probably do. I would hope so.
They better.
Yes, I would hope so. Where's the one I just saw? The Wichita Wind Surge. Very fitting for Kansas, I think that is. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos.
Blue Wahoos.
That's pretty crazy.
I wonder how these players feel of playing with these minor league teams with these types of names.
Some of them embrace it, some of them don't. Like some people get excited about it and they buy into like the minor league aspects. It depends on the player. I mean, some players just know they're going to play in the majors. Some people just like to embrace it and have fun with it. We'll go through a few more. The Richmond Flying Squirrels. Awesome name. The Quad City River Bandits. I don't know. I don't even know what city that is. The Jupiter Hammerheads. This is a fantastic one. One of the best teams in all of minor league baseball. The Hartford Yard Goats. Awesome logo. Awesome merchandise. And one of my all-time favorite minor league baseball team names out in California. I think I actually did a report on this team in college. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
Say that one more time.
The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. I'm clicking on their team website right now. You can't not laugh when you say that name. It's just hysterical. Cucamonga Quakes, baby.
That's a little upsetting. It's a little upsetting because their logo is just a Q. Yeah.
But that's minor league baseball. Like that name just screams minor league baseball.
Yeah.
I've said few teams have great merchandise and logos. I fully supporting minor league baseball teams. Even if you've never been to a stadium, just go online, Google these teams' merchandise. I think I mentioned this back in like episode 5. I have a shirt from a team. They're called the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. But a lot of teams change their names, not frequently, but maybe twice a year they'll change their name for a promotion night. They changed their name to the Wisconsin Udder Tuggers. And do I have the shirt right on top here?
Wow, this was quick.
Yep, I have a t-shirt right here.
Matt's so ready.
Yep. Give me a second. The Wisconsin Udder Tuggers. Look at this bad boy. Look at it.
Look at that.
It's a cow. But that's just minor league baseball, coming up with fun stuff, cool merchandise that you get to wear. So I highly encourage you all to go check some out. Real quick before we move on to our end segment, Mike, talk a little NBA. NBA off season's in full swing. The schedule came out. I didn't plan on this, but let's dissect the Christmas Day schedule as we always do. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes, hit me.
All right, so Christmas Day schedule. That's not Christmas Day schedule.
This
is great radio.
To look a lot like
Here we go.
NBA Christmas Day.
All right, first one at noon. That was not bad.
That's pretty on key.
First one at noon. Hawks at the Knicks.
Yeah.
I think they just did that because New York now hates Trae Young. So let's be real, this will probably be the Christmas Day 12 o'clock game for the next 5 years. 2:30, Celtics at the Bucks.
I don't know. Because Bucks didn't change that much. I mean, they're the defending champs. And then Celtics had a few extensions, and not that did they have many trades?
They got rid of Kemba. That's about it. Yeah, like I'm good with the Bucks getting a home game because they won the finals.
Right.
But I'm going to be honest. We're going to talk about the Sixers real quick in a little bit. Sixers deserve to be on before the Celtics. Like the Celtics had a shit season
or
last
are we
year.
getting down? Are we getting down to prime time?
Well, let's move on.
Where do they have
Let's move on to the 5:00 game. Warriors at the Suns. Whoa. Why don't you like that one?
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with the Suns. To me, they should have flipped Celtics and Warriors and Suns and Bucks.
Celtics, Warriors. Okay. Yeah. I could see that.
A rematch of the NBA Finals.
Okay. I like that. Okay. I was going to say that maybe they don't want teams to travel.
That's true.
On Christmas. Well, I was wrong. The 8:00 game, Brooklyn Nets at the Los Angeles Lakers.
It is prime time. That's just prime time money. Like they just want to make sure they get viewership that time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this game was obviously going to happen on Christmas. Like, why not?
Yeah, for sure.
And then to close the night, 10:30, Dallas Mavericks at the Utah Jazz.
I don't know if it's just me. It sounds like a lame schedule with.
I agree. I do. I agree. I mean, I think the only two interesting ones are the Warriors at the Suns, because I think the Warriors are going to be really good this year. And the Nets Lakers is going to be good. But like the other three, they kind of stink. The Sixers, Mike. The Sixers. Ben Simmons.
I drove through Philly the other day.
I'm sorry. Sorry I had to do that.
Well, I shouldn't say through it. I drove around it, but still, I'm sorry. You're okay to apologize to me.
So we are seeing videos of pickup games from Ben Simmons, who is just hitting 3-pointer after 3-pointer. Is this the new Ben Simmons, or is this just scapegoat or not scapegoat? Is this just
it's all fake. It's all fake. It's all Photoshopped.
It's all CGI.
All CGI. Come on, we all know. Matt, I don't know if you've experienced this in your own athletic career, but you do better in the off season than you do during the season.
I sucked at basketball whether I practiced or played in a game.
But like, let's take a look like baseball. Like, you during, let's say, the summer. Like, I don't know how much travel ball you did, but like, you play better during the summer when you're just doing some tournaments and travel ball than you do in the season, because there's not a lot of pressure. You're not focused. Not everybody's on quote their A game, and then everybody else is on their A game. Like, this is the off season. I agree.
Go ahead.
I will believe it when I see it during the season.
I think that's where everybody's pretty much at, because we've seen these videos before from him. And you're right. There's no pressure in a pickup game. Guys are trying new stuff in a pickup game. Like, there's no, I can't take this 3-pointer because if I miss, everyone's going to make fun of me. And if I lose the game, we get off to a bad start because I'm shooting threes and I'm not doing other things. Like, it's pickup basketball. It's in the summer. He's playing with his friends. They'll probably like, dude, we can make you look good.
Right.
Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of stock, but I also think Sixers fans haven't really been buying it either. I don't know if you've seen any online. Well, you had no internet access for a week, but a lot of videos came out and Sixers fans were like, whatever. Like, let's see what he does during the regular season.
Yeah. I mean, again, we I don't want to say we humiliated him, but we were pretty horrible with it. So.
Oh, he was getting bullied online.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Maybe that's what's motivated him, but I don't know, man. We'll see.
At the same time, there's reports that he's just like not talking to the Sixers. Just doesn't really help your case either.
No.
And if you want to get traded, you're hurting your own stock.
Yeah.
By doing that. So, That concludes the sports topics we have for you all today. It is time for a special edition of Take It. I am very excited for this Take It. Obviously, Mike, you can confirm this, but in the show notes, I put Take It, and I gave Mike a little hint. I said, not a debate question, more of a question of strength.
You'll see. You'll see, LOL.
Yeah. Do you have any idea where I'm going with this?
You know, it's funny. We actually did a slight Take It segment while on vacation.
Okay.
And I'm a little nervous if this is going to be the same thing because we just talked about it. Let me say it first. If you had to lose one of the five senses, what would it be? And that was our discussion.
That's a great one. We're going to do that one another time. Okay. But no. So I know you just got back to the internet last night.
Oh God, yeah.
Do you think you could complete the milk crate challenge?
Oh, I just saw it before I hopped on. I just saw it.
Oh,
okay.
it is hot. If you have not seen it, stop the podcast
stop
right
recording.
now
Stop
for
recording.
2 seconds. Go online on Twitter, YouTube, look up the milk crate challenge. It is absolutely hysterical. For those that are just not going to refuse to look it up, I will tell you. Basically, people stack up milk crates that you have to walk up, and it's like steps. You have to walk up these milk crates to the top and then walk back down the other side. This is like an episode of Wipeout, except instead of rubber balls and water, it's milk crates in the ground and people are just breaking arms left and right.
So this is the Take It.
Yeah, do you think you could complete the milk crate challenge?
Now I'm looking at YK Osiris attempting to do the crate challenge. I mean, one person on Barstool was a complete idiot. Well, no, not now. Oh, God.
Some of them are tough to watch. Like, it's brutal.
No. Let's be honest. Before we started recording, I had a video shoot to do, and it's been a very, let's just say, a very seasonal shoot. So I know what to expect going into it. 2 years, was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago. I think it was 2. It was 2018. Because we didn't do, 3 counting the COVID year, but.
Yes, right.
I fell backwards during a video shoot because I was running backwards. And long story short, speaker clipped, like the strap clipped and I fell backwards. It was bad. Yeah, I don't think I have the balance anymore to do something like that.
Did you have a good balance like when you played sports? Yeah.
I had a lot of good balance. I was very good at it.
So you don't think you could find it within you to get that balance back?
If there was a bunch of padding around me, yes, I would have gone for it. But what I've been seeing on concrete, yeah, no, I can't. No, thank you.
Before I go into it, did you see that one video? The one guy did it. He was on the top, the center one,
and he just jumped.
No, the dudes came and kicked the crates out from underneath him. Yeah. It was so funny. It wasn't funny.
That's so bad.
But it was funny. I think I could do it. I think I could do it. I do. I think I could do it. I have really good balance.
Ow. I just saw the kick.
It's tough. The videos, I've gone down a rabbit hole of watching them for like 20 minutes straight and just like crying of laughter. Yeah, I think I could do it. I think I have the balance. I think what helps me is I jumped in high school a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I have a pretty good core. I also think there's a little bit of a strategy. I think you have to go slow, but you can't go too slow. Because I think when you start to go too slow, then you're going to start to wobble more. And the more you wobble, the more it's going to get in your head. The more you think you have to take each perfect step. And then also, the more you wobble, the more you're going to try to think you have to correct your balance, which is going to make you fall. Yeah, I think that logic is pretty good.
I think so too. Again, I can't. I really, really can't. That's...
Do you think I could do it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sorry.
I'll take a maybe.
Dude, I haven't seen, dude, we have not been athletically like with each other for quite some time. So I don't know how you are lately.
That's fair. I think that's fair. Do you think it would give you a better chance if you had 2 IPAs in you? Does that increase the percentage or decrease?
It's gonna decrease because it's not Miller Lite; it's IPAs.
True.
Now, would I be more apt to try to do it? Yeah, I would. But
hell yeah.
Would I be successful in doing it? I don't know.
Hell yes. What percentage would you give yourself on a regular sober try? What percentage are you giving yourself to complete it? Not to do it, just to do it. Like complete it.
65%.
Okay.
I'd say I'd be able to make it to the top, but going on the decline, no.
See, I actually think that going up is harder. Because I think once you go down, your momentum's just kind of going to take you. Like, even if you fall a little bit. Because think about it, if you're going up and you take that first step, you're going to wobble forward and then backwards. And once they've got that wobble backwards, if you go too far, there's nothing to catch you padding. Once you take that first step down, if you take a step, you're going to go a little forward. So then you can take another quick step down and kind of like speed walk it. I think that's the second half of the strategy. I think you have to go up slow with a little pace, and then you got to go down and just kind of like take it head on.
That's what she said.
Sure. Wait, what did I say? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is what she said. I had to think about that one. I had to think about that one for a little bit.
Yeah, I give credit to anybody who tries to do it, but I don't feel confident in myself right now anymore. One of
the stupidest trends we've seen on the internet.
Yeah.
In a long time. I think someone said this on a podcast I think I was listening to. The trend that this kind of reminds me of is the trend when everyone hit each other with a golf cart. Remember that trend?
I mean, it still happens.
Oh, it does, but it was like huge like 2 years ago. Like everyone just run each other over with golf carts. This is like that trend. This is stupid.
I believe
but it's fun to watch.
It's fun. Yeah, as far as this being the list of trends, I don't see this. It's like Yik Yak. I don't see this going to last too long, in my opinion. Because here's the thing. Where do you find a bunch of milk crates?
Great question.
That's what I'm going to say.
It's real, and I don't know whose idea was to do this like outside in the grass and the street. It feels like somebody's doing the trampoline park.
The street looks more painful than the grass. The grass, I feel like there's a little bit of a give, but yeah.
And it's funny because every video looks like someone's like breaking their arm.
Yeah.
It's just like Wipeout without water.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I think I'd give myself a 75% chance.
So you're only 10. You're almost 10% higher than me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can live with that. I'm good.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This is why Matt's been planning on me for trying to do a podcast in person. He wants to do the milk crate challenge, everybody.
Yep.
So
caught me red-handed.
Dear God. Yeah. Matt comes in with a bunch of milk crates. So I thought of an idea.
Get your camera.
Get your camera. Oh, gosh. Well, Matt, it's good to be back in a normal swing of things. Happy to see you again. What is the word again? My wild watermelon wonder.
I really don't know. I don't know how I should feel when you say that. How do you want me to feel when you say that?
Do you want... Okay, so I'm called... Wait, I got this up. But while I do that, thank you all so much for listening to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If the subscribe button allows you to subscribe to our podcast, make sure you follow us on social media. You can find all of our social media at solo.to/funnybusiness. My name has been Magical Peony Wonder.
Okay.
Matt, Actually, one final thing before we get into Matt's advice. I just checked our creator dashboard for twitch.tv/funnybusinessem. Matt, when it says welcome back, Funny Business EN, the first line that goes to it, it says you're almost an affiliate. And yes, we're so close, everybody. We're at 47 followers, so if you're into some live streaming, make sure you hit that follow button on our Twitch stream. Make sure you tune in when we go live. We usually go live more so in the afternoons, more so later in the night. We'd love to have you there. Love to see you. Matt, advice for the day. We need to come up with a name with this because it feels like it's too frequent.
Yeah, we do have to come up with it. We'll have one soon.
Yes.
I was going to set a deadline. I was like, that deadline's probably not going to happen. My advice for today is quite simple. This applies to pretty much anything. In the words of the great Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Make your dreams come true.
Just do it. If you want to send that you up text, just do it.
Just do it.
If you want to go to the gym today, just do it. If you want to move halfway across the country, just do it.
Amen.
Just do it.
Amen. Just do it.
Just do it.
That's how we do it. This is how we do it.
This is how we roll.
We roll.
That's all I got.
Well, until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.